Hi everyone. Can you hear my voice? Is my voice loud and clear?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Thank you. All right. So in the meantime, whoever is here, can you scan the attendance code? Okay. All right. So I think now it's 11:30. Maybe we can start our class now. Okay. So first of all, I want to ask, is there any international students here in this course, in this section particularly?
That there are international students.
Oh, okay. Patrick Shah, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry, where you are from?
Indonesia. I can understand Malay.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Patrick Shah. All right. So, basically, the reason that I ask is that, usually in terms of explanation, maybe I will have some kind of intervention in terms of maybe I will explain it mixed in Malay and also in English. Okay, so that all of you can understand it better, right? All right, so okay, so maybe I will start to share my screen now. So in the meantime, who has not fill in the attendance form, can you just fill it? And while I share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen or can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see the screen, doctor.
Right. So, is it just a full screen of the slides, or you have something else beside it?
Not a full screen of the slide. I can see
Full
the
screen of the
parts.
slides. All right. Okay. All right. So, I think that we can start our class now. All right. So, let me start by using these slides. Okay. So, welcome all to the new semester. So, this is your semester 5, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
doctor.
doctor.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. So your semester 5 is called Analytical Chemistry for Engineering. So basically, based on its name, it is about analytical chemistry, but for engineering students. Okay, so the code is SSCK1203, and my name is Wan Muhammad Ashraf, Wan Mahmud. So I will be your coordinator or your course lecturer for this section. And then my email address is as what stated here, and then my telephone number is also here. So basically now, as we are in still in online section, so I think that the telephone number is very important. Okay, so if you have anything, any query, anything at all related to the course, you can just WhatsApp me, but please introduce your name first and where from what course are you from, and then just ask your question. Okay. All right. So this is my room at Department of Chemistry. Okay. All right. So I will continue to the next slide. Okay. So important information for SSCK section 62. Do we have any class rep in this section? Because I've noticed that you guys are in the third year, isn't it? So for maybe you have somebody that can act as a representative for your class. Can you just let me know who it is? Do we have any class rep? Arif Fahmi. Somebody just said Arif Fahmi. Arif, are you the class rep?
No, doctor. They're just joking around.
They're just joking around. Okay. So is it possible for you to, for all of you to, just get a name me to become the class representative. It is not much. It's just that for me to, if I have something that I can that I want to say, maybe I can straight away go to the class rep, or maybe I will put it also inside the WhatsApp group. So it is not that much of work. It's just that I want to have a name for the class representative. Arif, can you be a class representative?
If everyone agrees, maybe I can be Doctor.
Okay. Everyone agrees for Arif to be the class representative? Okay, agree. Imran said he's agree. Fath said agree as well. All right, so Arif Fahmi, yeah? So I'll put this here. Arif, one F only, okay. Okay, Arif Fahmi will be the class representative for this course. Okay, so the class schedule, I want to confirm it again. So the class schedule is going to be Sunday, today, 11 to 12:50, and also Thursday, 9 to 9:50. Is this correct? In all of your timetable? Betul tak?
Yes, betul.
All right, thank you. All right, so basically this is going to be the 3 hours of your lecture, but I'm not sure, but sometimes one of the lectures might be falling into the public holiday or maybe I can't make it to the lecture. So for some reason, maybe we will have kelas gantian lah. Okay, so for that reason, maybe we will figure it out later on. Okay, so class attendance, as this is the same as what we have practiced before. The minimum is 80%, so of class attendance. So that's why I would need everyone who is present here uh, to click on the attendance list. Okay, that I have posted inside the group. Okay, so if you have an MC, then it will not be count as absent. Okay, so if you have an MC, so make sure you notify me maybe half an hour before class pun okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so is that clear for the course? Clear tak?
Yes, Doctor, clear.
Yes, Doctor.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now we go onto the course information. So this course information, I have not yet put inside the e-learning. I think I just put the lecture notes je kan? Dekat dalam e-learning tu. Alright, so this is the course information. It comprises everything that you will learn throughout the semester, okay? So, okay, we will just go through this. Alright, so basically, I am one of the instructor for the course. So as you can see that there are other lecturers as well handling other sections, okay? All right, so basically the CI, the course information requires you to, let's just read here. Okay, apply the basic principles and procedures of general analytical chemistry techniques. So first of all, you need to know on how to apply, and then you would need to be able to analyze the data that you obtain from your questions. And then you will need to be able to summarize the general analytical techniques. Never mind, we will go through it later on when we have something in the future. All right, so I think the most important thing is the assessment. Okay, so let me go through to the each of the topic. So basically you would have around 14 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, 15 weeks. Okay, 15 weeks of lecture minus the 1 week so 14 weeks. All the topics that you would need to be that you need to learn on. It divided into 4 types. The first one is spectroscopic based methods, and then it is and then you will have a chromatographic based method. Okay, it's a different thing. And then you would have gravimetric analysis and volumetric analysis towards the end of your course. Okay, so let me show you the assessment. Okay, so basically you would have, let me go down here. Okay, right. So you would have 4 quizzes throughout the course. So this will be notified according to the week that I want to do the quizzes. And then you will have just 1 test, individual assignment, and 1 group assignment. Okay. So the assignment, I will give it sometime this week so that all of you can have enough time to prepare your assignment, individual as well as the group assignment. Okay. The deadline for the assignment also, I will give it sometime this week whenever that I give the assignment. Okay. So your coursework will comprise of 60% of your assessment. So only 40% comes from your final examination. Okay. Okay. Is that clear for the assessment? For 1 test, so the test will which comprise of 25%. 25% is the bulk of the test, and then your individual 5%, your group assignment is 10%, and quizzes is 5% each. Okay, ada soalan tak? Is there any question for the assessment for this course? Clear, yeah?
Doctor. So, doctor, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So the test is only 1 test.
Yes, 1 test comprised of 25%.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
Okay.
doctor.
All right. And so the assignment, it comes when we will have the quizzes, the test. Okay. So the quizzes will be divided into whenever that we have learned the topic. So we have a simple quiz. Okay. It is stated here that during the week 2, which means next week, we will have our quiz 1. But I think that is going to be too early for quiz 1. So maybe we will do the quiz 1 here on the week 3, okay? So quiz 1 here, this is kita delete. So quiz 1 will be on week 3. We can just decide now. So quiz 1 will be on week 3. Quiz 2 will be on, sekejap ya. Okay, quiz 2 will be on here betul, week 6. Okay. So quiz 1, week 3, quiz 2, week 6. Alright, so test 1. So test 1, it will be here on week 8, right before your mid-semester break. Okay. So this will comprise of chapter yang kita belajar daripada week 1 sampai week 8 lah for the test 1. Quiz 3. Quiz 3, I'm planning to do it on week 12. Okay, ini kita delete. So week 12 for the quiz. And then quiz 4, it will be week 14. Okay, yes, week 14. Okay ke? Because I don't want to nanti bertindan pula dengan subjek-subjek lain. I know that you have a lot of subjects that you need to handle. So that's why I put this here first for you to get your schedules right. All right. So I know that throughout this week 50 we have a lot of quizzes and tests. So that's why we try to do it in week 14 for your quiz 4. And then for assignment, maybe some I'm planning to give you during the first week the questions. So I think that you will have quite a very ample time for you to finish it. So let's say if it is possible, if everyone agrees to hand in your assignment 1 and assignment 2 sekali assignment 1 and assignment 2, the individual as well as the group assignment during week 13, okay tak? Okay ke? Okay ya?
Okay
If
je doktor.
everyone agrees. Okay.
Ya,
All
doktor.
right. So basically so all of the assessment macam ni lah. Okay. Saya punya planning macam ni. Untuk quiz, test apa semua is like this lah. Cuma untuk assignment tu, okay. I'm giving you some leeway lah kita kata, okay. Room for ni. Okay. During this first week, so you have a lot of your classes. Okay. We have set your assignment to be hand in during week 13. Okay. So I would need you to go back and then you decide whether week 13 in as a group decide sama ada week 13 tu okay ataupun tidak. Depend on your other assignments punya schedule. Sebab saya tak mau nanti bila towards the end awak kata yang okay assignment saya banyak sangat so tak sempat nak hantar. How many groups per how many members per group? You have around 60 ya. Kejap ya saya kira 60. Kalau 60 berapa yang you guys ada? Sekejap saya check dekat dalam ni. You have 60 in this course we will have 62 students. 62. Sekejap ya. Okay, kalau 62 banyak sangatlah pula sekejap ya. Okay, kalau kita how about 9 per group? Okay ke kalau 9 per group?
Okay je doktor.
Okay 9 per group. So yang remaining tu, yang last tu ada kuranglah sikit. Okay, 9, 8. Alright, so I tulis sini 9 per group. Ada yang 8 per group lah. Okay, so
Doktor kalau kita nak buat 10 je terus boleh ke?
pun boleh, lagi senang. Saya ingat nak bagi sama rata tapi tak apa. Okay, 10 per group maksudnya 10 group last tu 12 lah kan?
11.
Sekejap, kalau boleh. Okay.
2 grup ada 11 lah.
Okay. So yang itu you guys figure it out. Lepas tu and then put your names. Nanti saya buat list dekat dalam group chat group kita tu. So saya akan letak group 1, group 2, group 3 siapa. So you guys figure it out who is your partner apa semua. So put inside the group. Okay? That's the first thing. Get your group first, and then the second thing, come out with a date for you to submit your assignment. For assignment 1 and assignment 2. But I would suggest on during this minggu ke-13, minggu ke-14 lah. Jangan minggu ke-15 sebab bila minggu ke-15 saya tak sempat nak menanda. Bila tak sempat nak menanda nanti markah you keluar lewat lah. Kalau you nak hantar lebih awal pun tak ada masalah. Kalau you nak hantar during week to 11 ke untuk get the 1203 assignment out of the way, so because you have other assignments, it's okay for me. But you guys decide, because there will be no extension. Kalau you decide untuk hantar week 13, then by the end of week 13 on Thursday by 3 p.m. memang dah kena hantar. Okay ke? Is that okay? Anyone can respond to me? Okay. Alright, so dua benda decide your group mates, and then the other thing is decide when you want to submit your assignment 1 and assignment 2. Right. Okay, so can I move on to the slides as well? Okay, so that's the course information. Okay, done. All right. So, do you guys know about active learning? Apa maksud active learning? Because active learning ni is something yang kalau we are having a face-to-face session, it will be much more better lah, lagi best when we have a face-to-face session. Okay, so active learning is something that, as what it says in the slide, what I hear, I forget. So if I'm just giving lectures, I tend to forget. Okay, when I see, I remember. But when I do, I understand. So active learning is something that you need to be involved in. You need to do whatever that we have planned inside the class, so that outside of the class, you tak perlu banyak masa untuk nak tengok balik the subjects. Okay, that's what active learning is all about, for you to get the gist of the subject. Okay, let me tell you frankly, this subject is quite dense. Okay, kita try untuk nak masukkan, the subject is designed to include all of the things in analytical chemistry for you to learn. So for me, personally, it's quite dense. Terlampau banyak sangat benda yang you kena belajar. So that's why we try to do active learning for you to understand the content of it. Bukan hanya untuk untuk menghafal sahaja. Okay? We try to ialah kita buat aktiviti. Bila kita buat aktiviti, kita lagi senang ingat. Okay? So that is what active learning is all about. So, for example, in this slides, kita tengok, okay, kita ada group, kita boleh tengok, okay, ada presentation dekat sini. So, bila ada presentation, you guys akan lebih faham lah. You buat case, study, you ada mind map. So, all of this, okay, let me tell you, all of this is important for your assignment as well. Okay, so for you to have the skills to create a mind map based on the given task, and also for you to do presentation, because selalunya kalau face to face, we will do a presentation lah untuk you punya assignment. Okay, alright. So is that okay? Okay ke semua sekarang? Up until this point, is everyone okay?
Okay je doktor.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, have you guys download the notes from e-learning? So, for e-learning, the notes I will put it the notes by weekly lah. Okay. So so that for you to download it weekly, the notes, and then it is highly suggested if you can read the notes before the class. Okay, for you to have some kind of insights, and also for you to have some kind of questions. Okay. Okay, so this is what the first thing that I want to do. What do you expect from these subjects? So you may write what do you expect in the for the subject in the chat box. What do you expect? You rasa subjek ni akan susah lagi ke daripada subjek engineering you? Ataupun you guys subjek apa bioprocess ke apa? SETK, bioprocess ke?
Chemical pure doktor.
Chemical engineering pure. Okay. So, what do you guys think? You guys rasa adakah subjek ini akan lagi lagi susah ke daripada you guys punya engineering punya subjects. So what do you expect? You expect nak dapat A, you expect nak biasa-biasa je. Okay, can you put in the chat box? Okay, somebody said tough but hopefully boleh score more towards physical chem. Okay. Lagi-lagi? Sleepless nights to score. Okay. Okay, interesting. Macam a lot of active learning. Okay. We will try to include a lot of active learning lah, but sometimes the course is a little bit dry. Okay. So we will try to improve it. Okay, so basically apa yang you guys, some of you letak dekat dalam chat box tu is quite true, but what I would like to suggest is for you to try untuk pay attention in class, because this is the main arena for you to ask questions. Yes, I would appreciate of questions because that's how you learn. Then something yang you boleh saja. Bila keluar daripada kelas, you would not need those sleepless nights. You can spend the sleepless nights for other subjects. Because for this subject, it's not that hard. It is not that easy. It is sedang-sedang je lah. Okay, medium. So I don't want you to have a sleepless nights, but try to pay attention in class and please ask questions to ensure that you will be able to understand more on the subjects. Okay, all right. So I will continue. Okay, so all of this, siapa yang pernah tengok, who have watched CSI Miami, all of those CSIs, TV shows, even Sherlock Holmes, okay, all of these TV shows involve the use of analytical chemistry in their analysis. Okay, can I get some thumbs up who have watched these shows? Banyak ke yang orang dah tengok cerita-cerita ni? I'm sure that for some time in your lifetime you have watched one of these shows. Okay? Alright, Arif. Okay. Key. Alright, that's good. So, that's the thing. So, understanding analytical chemistry from TV series. Okay? So have you watched any of the TV series? Can you recall any laboratory scenes from any of the series? List them down and let's share it with the rest. Okay. So can you put in we were supposed to have a Jamboard link here, but I don't have a Jamboard link. Can you just put in the chat on what do you think? What kind of activities that they have done inside the inside the TV series for you to think, oh, they have something to do with analytic chemistry. Apa benda? Okay, somebody says forensic science. Yes. FBI. Yes. So based on the TV series, if we were to watch the TV shows, you can see that okay, there is a involvement of fingerprints and also a lot of evidences related, kan? Okay. Any other suggestions on the laboratory scenes? Apa benda yang diorang buat selalunya? Apa yang you guys selalu faham tentang all the TV shows? You can put in the chat box for all of us to read. If it is possible, if kalau boleh send to everyone lah, so that everyone can see. Can you click everyone? Yes, Arif said post-mortem. Okay, so post-mortem also we can try to deduce on what is the cause of death. Contohnya dia mati disebabkan oleh poison. So dah mati, so how can we detect that there is a poison? So we took the blood, we took the samples, we took the the saliva samples, bring it to the lab, and we test it for drug intoxication. So this process is all analytical chemistry related. Okay, you will learn on if you have this kind of sample, so what kind of analysis that we will need to do. Okay, so post-mortem, sometimes explosives also, explosive yang kita jumpa dekat crime scene kalau dekat ada bom ke apa ke. Alright, so all of those crime scenes, the evidences will be we will have a under chemistry related punya analysis. Okay, alright. So setakat ni faham tak on the idea of what analytical chemistry is? Do you guys understand? Faham ya? Okay, if you have any question, you can just ask me straight away. Okay? Yes, charisma, chemistry related research. Okay, let me try to pick my brain on something that is related to you. Okay, so you guys are chemical engineering pure kan? Okay. Ada orang buat tumpahan minyak dekat dalam laut from your oil rig. But then you need to know what kind of minyak it is. Minyak apa yang tumpah tu dekat laut tu. So you will need to take a sample from the seawater with the suspicious looking oil, and then you will bring it to the lab, and then you will have some kind of analysis which is related to analytical chemistry analysis. So then you will get your answer. What is the minyak is all about. Okay, contohlah, I tak tahu contohnya, okay, tank A sepatutnya ambil diesel sahaja, tank B ambil RON 95, something like that, I don't know, but near your oil rig, you notice that bila you do analysis, we were supposed to, if this tumpahan minyak is from our oil rig, it will just be the diesel. But why this sample is RON 95? So the culprit is the oil rig B. Something like that. Something for you to investigate. Okay, faham tak that kind of saya punya metaphor kat situ. Saya punya pembayangan dekat situ lah. On something that is related to you lah. Faham ya? Okay. Alright, so I will continue on the next slide. Okay, so the course outline. Okay, now kita akan masuk dalam course ni. Alright, introduction to quantitative chemical analysis with emphasis on. So now I want you to really understand in terms of quantitative analysis. Quantitative means that you would need to give some kind of number to it. Okay, contohnya dalam dalam kes minyak tadi. Okay, you will say, oh, this is RON 95. RON 95 yang kita dapat tadi, you kata RON 95. This is qualitative. Qualitative means that it's just the quality of it, the identification of it. Okay, so it is RON 95. But how about quantitative? Quantitative is you give the number to it. Oh, it is about 1000 ppm of RON 95. So this is something bila you bagi number, so it is a quantitative chemical analysis. Okay, you give number to it. You would just not say this is RON 95. This is diesel, but you need to give a number to represent the quantity of it. Okay. All right. With emphasis on chemical analysis procedures which involve the sampling. As I said kan tadi, dalam kes minyak tadi kita kena samplekan, and then sample pun ada cara dia, sampling pun ada cara, sample preparation for analysis pun ada cara, sample preservation pun ada cara. Okay, so you bayangkan you turun ke laut untuk ambil that oil sample. Okay, get the oil sample, and then okay, what to do with it? You nak ambil kan laut, you nak ambil bahagian atas sahaja ke? Ataupun you nak ambil bahagian bawah sekali atau bawah lagi? So that is sampling. In terms of sample preparation pula, okay, how would you separate from air laut itu dengan minyak itu? And sample preservation pula, macam mana kita nak simpan? How we want to store the sample before the analysis? Okay, and then combined with instrumental methods. Instrumental methods in this case, you will learn about the principles, the instrumentation, and the application of chromatographic and spectroscopic method on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 instruments. Okay, these 5 instruments: gas chromatography, high performance liquid chromatography, ultraviolet spectroscopy, atomic absorption, and lastly atomic emission spectroscopy. Okay, so you faham tak dekat sini yang mana course ni kita create some kind of like a flow for you to learn on how to do this first, to do number 1 first, and then you will continue to the second part, which is the instrumental methods. Okay, faham tak? Until this point. Okay ke?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, alright. So, this week 1, we will continue on the first chapter, which is Introduction to Analytical Chemistry. So, in this chapter, it is divided into three parts, which is the first part is the general steps in chemical analysis. And then the second part is the sampling, storage, sample preservation. This is yang saya sebut tadi on the 3 parts tu, yang part 1 tu. And then the third one is the general procedures of solution preparation. Okay. So, this is all the things yang kita akan belajar dalam minggu pertama. Okay. I will continue. Okay. The first thing is the general steps in chemical analysis. Okay. What is analytical chemistry and how it plays a role? Okay. It is obtain, process, okay, obtain, process, and communicate information about the composition and the structure of the matter, which in this case we called it analyte in a sample. Okay, so in analytical chemistry, it involves a lot of separation, a lot of identification, and a lot of determination. So as I said, identification tadi apa? Qualitative. Determination of the analyte components is quantitative. So you in this on how to do these two things, how to do a qualitative analysis and how to do a quantitative analysis. Okay, it involves in the application of techniques, methodologies to obtain and to assess the qualitative, quantitative, and the structural information on the matter. Okay, this is all about the chemistry and how it does play a role in your analysis. Okay, all right. So, what is analyte, what is matrix, and what is sample? Okay, I believe that in your notes, this slides is empty kan? Betul tak? Yes, kan? Okay. So, yeah. So, in my notes, also I would like to let you know that in my notes, sometimes I will just leave it empty because sajalah untuk for you guys to to get your handwriting. Okay, not that much, but something that for me, when I feel that it is important, I will leave it blank for you to get your hands working in terms of writing it down. Okay. So what is analyte? Analyte is the matter or substance that to be identified or to be detected or separated using a selected methods. So this is analyte, substance ataupun benda yang kita nak identify. Something if you want to identify in terms of qualitative or quantitative, it is called analytes. Okay, apa pula matrix? Apa beza matrix ni? Matrix ni is the medium in which the analyte is analysed. Okay, dalam case tadi, kita kata apa? The seawater sample. So the seawater sample, this seawater is your matrix. So inside the matrix, we will have a lot of analyte. You will have minyak, you will have maybe minerals. Okay, so analyte yang kita nak tu apa? Oil. Ada minerals. So this oil is also analyte, mineral analytes if you are interested in minerals. But in our case, we are much more interested in oils. So the oil is our analyte. Okay. Okay, how about the sample? Sample ni adalah the representative of the population or gross sample. So the seawater ni, seawater sample ni sample lah. Tapi seawater itself is our matrix, and what is our analyte? It is oil in our example tadi lah. Okay, if you have some kind of other examples, okay, in terms of tadi ada cakap tentang post-mortem. Okay, in CSI, post-mortem. So, the sample apa? The sample adalah body. Body yang kita recover daripada crime scene. Okay, matrix kita apa? Kalau kita nak detect tadi intoxication of poison. So, our matrix is blood. So, it goes this way. So, what is our analyte? Poison. Okay. Understand tak benda tu? Macam you guys faham tak tentang daripada sample kita go back to matrix and then go back to analyte. So this is something that you would be able to understand in terms of how to explain analyte, matrix or sample. Okay? Alright. So let's see. Types of sample and matrix can be anything. It depends on the things, or in this case, our analytes that we want to analyze. Okay, sample. Oil sample from Gulf of Mexico oil spill disaster. So analytes kita adalah oil tadilah, which is hydrocarbon, sulfur and trace materials. So macam dalam case ni kita tengok, okay, ni adalah oil kan, oil dalam sea water. Ni oil pula mungkin dalam sand punya sample. Kalau smoke, smoke ni macam mana kita nak kita nak capture that smoke. Kita nak sample that smoke yang hitam ni. Or even feathers pun kita boleh kata sebagai kita punya sample. Alright? Okay. So type of sample can be anything. It depends on the things that we are going to analyze. As mentioned here in this slide 15, and then slide 16 kita tengok. Okay, kalau contohnya you tengok, okay, ikan ni mati. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, so this is your sample. Okay, anyone boleh bagi tahu apa matrixnya? Kalau kita nak tahu of this ikan, kenapa dia mati? Anyone can open their mic untuk try to answer.
Matrix dia blood, doktor.
Matrix dia blood. Okay, blood lagi?
Matrix dia mungkin organ dia.
Organ. Okay, blood, organ, or even the flesh pun. Okay, the flesh, isi ikan yang kita selalu makan tu. So the flesh also can be a part of the matrix. So the sample is ikan. Okay, ni satu. This is the matrix kan. Okay, so kalau dia punya analyte apa benda? What is the analyte?
Poison.
Poison ke anything lah, ataupun sebenarnya dia mati tak cukup oksigen ke. So from the blood we also can do the analysis in terms of we want to see the oksigen punya content dekat dalam blood dia. So kadang-kadang mati tak cukup oksigen, macam tu lah. So now you understand here what is sample, what is matrix and what is analyte. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, oil spill in 2010. Okay, sajalah gambar untuk for you to know. Okay. Alright. So area of analytic chemistry. Banyak sangat area of analytic chemistry yang kita boleh guna analytic chemistry. Okay. So the first thing is environmental analysis. Environmental analysis, clinical analysis, pharmaceutical analysis, forensic, industrial control, and then bioanalytic chemistry and analysis. So all of these bidang-bidang ini memang menggunakan analytical chemistry untuk analyze sampel-sampel dia. Okay. So kita dah ada satu information about for example forensic analysis. Analysis related to criminology, DNA fingerprinting, fingerprint, blood analysis. Okay. The pharmaceutical analysis pun sama in terms of kita nak analyze toxicity, kita nak analyze metabolites, and also if you want to do quality control. So basically analytic chemistry ni is very important in the field of chemistry lah particularly, tetapi in the field of you punya bidang pun is quite important, okay, as what I have mentioned. Okay, so katakanlah you guys ada peluang untuk bekerja dekat all rig. So in terms of analysis, I'm sure that they will have a laboratory dekat atas oil rig tu. So you will have some kind of information on, you'll have some basics in terms of how to use the instruments lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, analytical chemist ataupun kita panggil sebagai analyst. Okay, so basically a true analyst, this is something for you to know only lah. Has the knowledge of the methods. Kita tahu method apa kita nak guna, kita tahu instrumen apa kita nak guna. Okay, kita understand the principles of analysis. Kita boleh develop a new method. Okay, kalau you rasa method yang dicadangkan oleh apa yang the standard method tu tak efficient, so you boleh cadangkan a new method that is much more efficient, much more robust. And then you can evaluate or interpret the results for quantitative analysis. Okay. Quantitative analysis. Kenapa quantitative analysis is very important? Because for you to judge someone, bukan judge in terms of judge tu tau. Judge ni maksudnya macam you nak mempersalahkan orang itu. You kata macam, okay, you telah menyebarkan, for example in this case, pollutants ni. Okay, pollutants. You guys still remember for the Pasir Gudang punya case yang mana toxic fumes kan yang dikeluarkan oleh kilang ke dalam sungai. So kita kena measure on the toxic content dekat dalam sungai tu supaya kita boleh persalahkan, kita boleh menyalahkan that particular kilang. Because when we have some kind of level, there will have toxicity level yang berbahaya ataupun tidak. So kalaulah toxicity level itu is very low, then you cannot convict the kilang tu lah. But kalau toxicity level ni sampai membahayakan nyawa, then we will have this kind of information untuk convict yang salah tu. Okay? So that's why quantitative analysis is very important. Okay. So types of analysis. Okay. Types of analysis. This is like an analogy lah. Okay. Cuba tengok kita tengok yang first kali ni. I can give 9.5 out of 10 for her looks. This girl. 9 out of 10 for her choice of dress. 10 of 10 for her dressing sense. Okay. The other person is, she looks beautiful. Her dress is awesome and she dresses very well. So you can see that, you boleh nampak tak perbezaan di antara orang yang, the person yang cakap dari segi kuantitatif and the person bercakap dari segi kualitatif. Even though both of it meaning the same, tetapi ada salah satu memberi nilai, ada salah satu memberi komen umum. Nampak tak? Perbezaan antara kuantitatif and kualitatif. You guys nampak ke?
Nampak doktor?
Faham ya? Okay. Alright. Okay, this is class activity. Tapi tak apa, kita continue je untuk class activity ni. Okay. Tak payah buat group class activity tu. Okay. So, kalau kita tengok situasi yang pertama ni. From the given photo, what should you analyze? Okay. This is the case lah. Kita tengok case. Kita baca case dulu. Okay. Imagine you are a chemical engineer working for a coal-fired power plant. Coal-fired power plant in Kapar. Twice a month, this KEV, Kapar Energy Venture, bought a medium quality coal from Indonesia. Today, when the shipment arrives, you suspected the coal is different from the previous batch. So you have your suspicion here. Kenapa kualiti tak sama dengan sebelum ni yang kita beli? Okay, so what should you analyze for your suspicion? What is the sample? What is the expected analytes? What is the matrix? And should this be quantitative ataupun kualitatif? Okay, any idea tak? Ada idea? Okay, Sam said that composition of coal. Okay. So, the sample is? The sample is apa? Okay, anyone boleh je open mic. Kita have a free session. Okay.
The coal.
Apa Arif tadi? Tak dengar.
Sample coal.
Sample coal. Okay. Apa kita punya kat sini? Matrix. Okay, Charisma said the process differed from batch or semi-batch that may affect the temperature and pressure. Okay, that's an idea. Okay, for this kind of case, kalau kita nak tengok different batches ni, kualitatif ke kuantitatif? Kita nak tengok.
Quantitative.
Quantitative.
Oh,
Kualitatif ke kuantitatif? Ataupun dua-dua? Macam mana?
Qualitative saja.
quality saja.
Quality. Okay. So, if it is quality, maksudnya kita nak tahu, oh, Tata dihantar tu batu je kot. Kan? This is not coal. Maybe this is just a stone. For something like that. So, that is qualitative. For you to be able to, mean whether it's coal ataupun tidak. Tetapi, kita juga perlu quantitative because in a coal, dia ada composition dia. Carbon dia berapa, sama ada minerals lain ke, ada compound lain ke dalam coal itu yang membuatkan kualiti itu berbeza daripada coal yang sebelum ini. Right, let's see. So, the answers here. So, what should you analyze? The coal should be analyzed in terms of quality, whether it is similar to the claimed quality. Okay? And then what is the sample? Sample itu adalah coal. What is the expected analyte? Ash content. High enhanced degree of erosion, the ash composition, the convection fouling, the pyrite. I think all benda-benda ni, I'm sure that you guys lagi faham lah daripada saya. Because you guys are in chemical engineering. What is the matrix? Okay, dalam coal tu ada clays, ada rock, ada heavy metals. So should be it is be a quantitative ke qualitative? As I said that mungkin sebenarnya both pun okay. Both pun ada logical reasons behind it. Okay? But in this case, we use quantitative as we would like to know how much is the analyte deviates from the claimed quality. Because this is something yang kita suspicious dekat awal tadi kan. Kita kata, kenapa kualiti berbeza? So first of all, kalau you kata you nak buat qualitative pun, in my opinion, it's okay. Because first of all, you need to determine sama ada benda tu betul ataupun tidak. sama ada benda tu cold betul ke tidak. So then you will continue with the quantitative analysis because kita nak tahu the content of it. Okay, faham tak? Is there any questions up until this point? Penerangan saya jelas ke ataupun ada persoalan yang mahu ditanya? Okay, Imran said no question. Sam give a thumbs up. Anybody else? Ada apa-apa soalan?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay. So ini untuk situation 2 lah. Situation 2, this is another situation yang mana, okay, a burnt body was found outside. Police officers treat this as a homicide case. Homicide ni, do you know the difference between homicide and suicide? Suicide bunuh diri, homicide ni adalah dia bunuh lah basically kita kata. Based on the investigation with the neighbours, they have heard 2 people have quarrelled the night before. So, from the photo given, identify. Same thing lah. What should you analyze? What is the sample? What is the expected analyte? What is the matrix? And should this be a qualitative or quantitative? Any idea? Ada tak anyone yang rasa
The
apa
burn
yang kita
body.
boleh buat? The burnt body is the sample. Okay, what is the analyte? Dalam kes ni, apa analyte yang kita nak? Macam, okay, memang dia dibakar. Dibakar ke? Macam tu lah sebab dia burn kan? Sama ada dia dibakar ataupun terbakar. So, apa analyte yang kita rasa logik? Mungkin kalau dia dibakar, apa benda digunakan? Ataupun dia
Uh,
dibunuh dulu sebelum dia dibakar? Macam mana?
type of burn ataupun method dibakar.
Method dibakar. So maksudnya kalau dibakar tu okay, guna minyak apa? Guna minyak tanah je ke? Ataupun guna apa? Minyak petrol ke? Okay. So kalau dia dibunuh dulu sebelum dia dibakar. Contohnya dia dibunuh dengan menggunakan apa? Menggunakan poison. So the poison must be ada dekat dalam badan dia. So baru dia dibakar. So this apa kita kata cause of death ni kita nak tahu sebenarnya. That's why kita tak boleh pinpoint a burnt body was found. Lepas tu kita kata okay dia mesti dibakar. Tak semestinya, kadang-kadang it is just maybe dia dibakar untuk untuk cover yang sebenarnya dia dibunuh dahulu sebelum dia dibakar. Okay. So let's see the answers. Alright, so the skin, yes. Most of you say the skin and the flesh of the deceased because it may contain the type of arson that has been used or foreign materials in it which can lead to the murderer. The sample skin lah, skin, flesh, clothes. The expected analyte, in this case, specific hydrocarbon. Macam I cakap tadi, specific hydrocarbon, fuel apa yang diguna untuk dibunuh, sama ada guna minyak tanah ke, guna RON 95 ke, ataupun kalau pembunuh tu kaya sikit guna RON apa yang paling tinggi tu? 95, yang lagi tu apa 99 ke 96, saya pun tak ingat. Okay, selalu ambil yang kuning je lah, kuning 95 kan. Yang hijau apa? 97. Okay. So, the matrix dia apa benda? Burn flesh, blood, hair, clothes. So, it says that it should be qualitative to know what kills the disease. Dekat sini kita guna kualitatif sahaja. So, kita nak tahu apa the cause of death sahaja. Okay, kalau lah kita dalam kes ni, kalau kita ambil, dia dibakar menggunakan 1000 ppm of minyak tanah. Tapi kuantiti itu tidak penting di dalam menggunakan determine cause of death. Kuantiti itu digunakan untuk convict pembunuh, tetapi in terms of determine the cause of death, because the question is in terms of what kills the disease here. What kills the disease? So disease is just qualitative. sometimes persoalan-persoalan ni macam agak confusing, tetapi if kalau lah ada soalan macam ni, I would suggest that you just nyatakan just something logical. Kalau dia kata okay, kami nak buat dua-dua, just nyatakan, justify why you said you want to do qualitative and why you want to do quantitative. Because sometimes both answers are correct, because the first situation tadi bagi I rasa both analysis is quite important. Okay, alright. So can we take 5 before we continue? Boleh ke? Boleh Okay. So 12:35 kita sambung balik Alright, thank you everyone. Sekejap ya. Okay. Hi everyone. So can we continue? Sikit je lagi.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. All right. So, based on the previous punya examples, so what are the steps in quantitative analysis? Okay. So first of all, the skills, the trick is that for you to understand, sorry, understand pula, understand, tersasul-sasul, understand and define the problem. Okay, so in this case, in this situation, when you have some kind of tadi kan yang case study sebelum ni, apa kita punya examples, so you need to understand and define the problem. So if the problems requires you to do a quantitative analysis, then you will need to do a quantitative analysis. Tetapi kalau hanya lah perlu kualitatif sahaja, then you need to do qualitative je lah. Because if not, nanti bila you bekerja nanti akan bertambah lah kerja you kan. Kalau you kata okay kita buat dua-dua je semua, kita buat quantitative and we do qualitative as well, then your workload will increase. So if you can understand and define the problem first, and then your work is much more easier. Okay, and then you will need to do a literature search. Okay, literature search ni is something that is for you to do. Okay, you ada jumpa satu case, you ada jumpa satu sample, and this sample is something that you have not done before. Okay, so example, usually before this you are customized to do blood sample. You memang selalu guna blood sample, tapi now you have a urine sample. So how? Nak proses dia berbeza. So you need to do a literature search, you need to find out on how to process a urine sample. Okay, so and then you need to select analytical methods, and then you would need to know on how to do all of this, and then eliminate interferences. Okay, eliminate interferences ni something yang macam, okay, on top of my mind, something is very simple for you to understand is that, okay, bila you ambil sea water tu kan, okay, you ambil sea water yang ada oil tu, try to ambil sea water and oil only. Janganlah tiba-tiba dekat dalam sampel you tu ada ikan pula, ada apa, ada rumpai laut. So all of this we call interferences lah, something that we don't need. We just need the water and the oil. Even the water pun jangan ambil kalau lah ada yang berpasir ke apa ke, because all of this will introduce a lot of interferences towards your analysis. Okay, faham tak analogi saya dekat situ? Janganlah terambil ikan, jangan ambil penyu pula, jangan ambil turtle, something like that. Eliminate the interferences, the visible interferences that you can try to figure it out. Okay. Okay, and then we will continue to the analysis. Yang ni analysis with the standard method using standard instruments lah. Okay, and then require statistical techniques to verify the result, and then lastly you would report. Okay, these are the steps in the quantitative analysis. Even in qualitative analysis pun, these are some of the steps lah. Cuma ada something, contohnya macam statistical techniques ni tak adalah untuk qualitative analysis because it's just for you to identify. But the flow is the same. You still need to find the literature, you still need to sample it right, preserve it right, and prepare it right. Okay. Okay, so this is the example of something kalau kita kata literature search tadi. So this is one of the literature from for the case of Bali bombings. So if you are interested, you can try to read this. Okay. Okay. So understand and define the problem. So now we will go one by one. So learn as much as possible for the overall problem that is being faced. So you need to know what is the problem, what will result, you need, how many samples are there to be analyzed, and who will use the information. Okay. And then after the problem has been defined, how accurate and precise does it need to be? Maksudnya does it need to be in so accurate ke, tak accurate sangat ke, ataupun we just we need the quality information saja ke? It depends on you to understand the problem. What is the budget? Kalau budget dia hanya untuk quantitative saja, you don't need to do qualitative. It depends on your preferences and the severity of the case lah, severity. Okay. How the sample is obtained? Okay, how would you sample? Macam saya cakap tadi in terms of seawater, would you just take the top part ke ataupun mid and the bottom part of the sea? It depends on you. Depends on what do you want to measure and what is your analyte. Does it require any preliminary treatment? What separation must be required to eliminate interferences? Up until this point, do you understand on the part of understand and define the problem? Is it clear? Okay, Arif said somehow yes. Kenapa somehow tu? Kenapa kena ada somehow? Ada benda yang tak faham ke? Kalau tak faham terus tanya tau. If you don't understand, you straight away ask me. Arif? Faham pula. Okay. Alright, tak apa. As I said kan earlier, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Kalau tak nak tanya dalam ni pun tak apa, kita tanya dekat dalam WhatsApp group. Ataupun kalau malu juga WhatsApp group, tanya dekat dalam apa, you can WhatsApp me personally lah. Okay? Alright. So this is chemical literature search. So you have ESTM here, you have AOAC. I think that ISO pun sama. You boleh guna juga ISO untuk untuk find an approved method lah. Okay. These are the technical ataupun scientific journals that you can try to, kalau you are interested lah. Or you guys third year dah ada buat projek ke? Dah ada buat FYP ke? Projek sarjana muda.
Takat ni kita orang tak ada dapat apa-apa info lagi.
Okay, so ada yang kata semester depan. Okay, so basically so all of this is going to be important for you untuk you punya PSM nanti. You punya projek sarjana muda. It doesn't matter kalau you dalam engineering yang memang you tak buat langsung analytical chemistry pun, tapi in terms of scientific paper search, macam ni you nak cari keyword apa, you nak cari di mana. So all of those skills are important lah untuk you nanti bawa ke masa hadapan untuk bekerja nanti. Okay, untuk mencari information. Alright. So daripada from all these papers, from all of these scientific journals, you can find out the method. Method apa yang diorang guna? Method even daripada apa yang ini standard method pun, standard ni ISO, ASTM, AOSC standard ni pun, still you can use this to find the standard method for your analysis. So macam tadi from my example, you have apa orang kata tu you are customized to blood samples. Now you need to find a method for urine samples. So you would need to know where to find it. Okay. So because when you are selecting a method, there are factors for you to consider. Okay. So what chemistry principles of the analyte that can be analyzed and detected? Okay. Kalaulah method itu menggunakan equipment apa yang digunakan? Equipment tu present tak dekat dalam you punya lab? So contohnya, you punya lab ada you bekerja, katakanlah you ada lab, you punya lab ada GCFID sahaja. Okay, ya tak apa, yang ini kita akan discuss later, tapi contoh Okay, you ada GCFID sahaja di dalam lab. So your lab ada GCFID. Tapi your method yang you cari dekat dalam that you find inside the scientific journals, dia guna GCMS. Totally different. It is the same instrument GC, tapi detektornya berlainan. Satu FID, satu MS. So totally the method is going to be different. So you need to find whatever equipment that is present for you. So these are the things that you need to point out lah. Kalau you rasa equipment ni tak ada, so kita kena cari paper yang hanya pertain to our equipments inside the lab. Are the methods valid ataupun certified? adakah method itu you dapat daripada supplier atau method you dapat daripada apa? Daripada newspaper ke. So the validity we need to you need to consider lah. Okay. So all of this lah, accuracy, detection limit. So you need to ensure that when you find the method. Speed and can it be automated? So sometimes dekat dalam lab ada yang mesin automatic yang you tak perlu inject sampel you sendiri. Ada some lab pula dia menggunakan manual. Okay, because overall it is back to the budget kan. Okay. So the classification of analytical methods. Okay, tadi kita bercerita tentang method in general per se lah. Okay, so the classification of analytical methods kat sini macam apa yang kita ada dekat dalam kita punya syllabus is that we have a gravimetric methods and then volumetric methods and then we have a separation methods, spectroscopic methods and electroanalytical methods. Only electroanalytical methods yang tidak di cover di dalam syllabus ini. All other methods kita cover. Okay? So you can have a read on what is gravimetric, what is volumetric, and what is separation, and what is spectroscopic methods. Okay, all of these are important for you to pay attention to lah. Okay, a tip for you. Whenever that I say important, is important. Okay. Alright, so there are some tips for you. So if I say important, is important, and the other thing, when I leave the notes blank, then it is important. It says, it goes without saying lah. Okay, kalau saya letak benda tu kosong, it is important for you to write it down. Even my explanation of it pun is important. Okay? Okay, up until this point, okay ke semua? Any question? Okay. Alright, so we were supposed to stop at 12:50. Okay, tak apa. Kita stop at slide number 36. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Thursday. Thursday we will continue on slide 37. Okay. Alright. It's just that because I want to discuss your survey yang kita buat hari tu. You guys ada kan dalam survey tu kan? Ada buat survey yang I bagi dalam group tu?
Ada.
Ada kan? Kejap ya, saya tengok. Based on that survey, entry survey kalau tak silap dipanggil. Based on that survey, it is kejap ya. I only have 53 responses tapi tak apalah. Okay lah tu 53. So, let me show you lah. Because start video pula. Share. Okay. Share screen. Okay, nampak tak screen saya? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Alright, so it seems like when I asked in terms of lectures, half of you, okay, boleh lah, half of you want asynchronous and half of you want synchronous. Okay. So separuh-separuh 50-50 lah most of it. Okay, what I want to do is that this is the function when I do the survey. Is for me to understand what is your needs. Okay, because I understand we are still in the pandemic, bukan endemic lagi, and all the whole semester it will be face to face lah balik. So during this online session, we were required on asking the students what is the apa orang kata tu, the suit of teaching and learning. So that's why I come up with this survey, and it seems like half of you want asynchronous and half of you want synchronous. What I can suggest is that to honor your punya kesanggupan you untuk menjawab this survey, I would be available untuk have the lectures. Nantilah kita tengok mana boleh buat synchronous, mana boleh buat asynchronous. Because some I need F synchronous, but some topics I can come up with a video for you to watch for it to become asynchronous lah. Okay, so in that case, we will have some lectures in synchronous and some lectures in asynchronous. Okay ke? Is it okay for all of you?
Doktor.
Okay. Alright. So nanti saya akan update lah from time to time which topics will be asynchronous, which topic will be synchronous. Because I also don't want for you to, we have 1 week to finish one topic. So it's quite hassle juga kalau kita nak buat all asynchronous because then you will not have the full gist of the subjects. Okay, right. So that's all from me. Ada apa-apa lagi soalan tak before we end our session? Is there any question? All good. Okay. Okay, can I ask untuk kita buka kamera untuk kita ambil gambar sekejap untuk for our first class? Yang perempuan mungkin ada yang nak yang pakai mungkin kejap. Boleh ke? Okay, oh yes, I'm recording the lecture and I will upload it later. Maybe I will upload it in YouTube lah. Nanti I bagi link. Okay? Because the lectures are all of the lectures are going to be recorded lah. Okay ke semua? Alright, buka kamera kejap. Okay. Okay. So first page senyum. Okay, keep on continue senyum sahaja. Alright, the third page. Banyaknya student saya hari ni. Okay, alright. Thank you everyone. Thank you.